Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing well. Part 5, City Skylines. I'm just showing you this view to let you know I bought all 25 tiles. Kind of wish I could have gone down here. I don't know how it's set up, but when you go with the starting tile, is this our starting tile? You really don't have too much of a choice, but I guess this is okay. So yeah, we have all 25 tiles now, so we can work from there. Now, I have done so much in this city, but I'm going to go into this view first. This is looking out at our port here, our port area. I did so much work. It's crazy. I don't even know where to begin. But we're down at the bottom here, and I added all of this the last time we met. Well, actually, I think I only went to about here. Maybe even only here. But this is new. I put a bunch of dark blue business along the shoreline. Because again, without having DLC, I can't do leisure and tourism and all that stuff. So I just gave it dark blue commercial. I added the metro on this side. And as you can tell, oh darn, lots of people. What does overcharged I call this? People porn or something? The minute I turned play on after installing this occurred. They just were coming from all directions, all over here, down this street, down this one, and they're still doing it. So I had to add a bus line. Now this bus line does not connect over to that side of the bay. It only takes them, I'm pretty sure, down these two roads to the commercial area here, and then they come back up this way to get back. That's all it does. It doesn't take care of these guys or anything, because these guys are pretty self-sufficient. And I'm probably jinxing it, but they have not complained. They haven't argued about anything. They like where they're living. It is a light green, I believe. This bothered me. I had to put this recycling center in. It's a clean burning incineration recycling type. It's a mod asset. Because these guys kept saying that they weren't getting their garbage, and I know it had to do with traffic. It was getting stuck, so all I had to do was add this one loop here to get people out, and that's exactly what happened. They come over here, and they either go that way or they come through here. They need to get, but this road here, they have an easy way out to the expressway. I also had to limit this here to trucks only. Well, I always allow emergency vehicles and garbage, but no cars, no taxis, no buses. They have to use the bridge. So they get into the city this way, and the trucks can get around and do what they need to do. So they can service this area. I added this so that they could go back, either leaving the city or going back into the industry area. But this all nothing but trucks. I don't know if it's exactly, yes it is. It's living up to its name. And this is for everybody else. So no trucks can go across this bridge and no cars can come across these. But they both have a way to get to either side of the city. So I think that's okay and that's fair. The area I wanted to work on was this. Remember, I said I wanted to come in here and add more of the monuments and things like that. Well, I got as far as the road layout. And then naturally things occur and you get distracted and sidetracked, and then you just, a couple hours go by and it's like, wasn't I supposed to come over here? I never did. Lots of fooling around. I'm not done with this, but I love this dirt path. Just going over, something for them to look at. I think this would be a cool place. We do this in the summertime when we go up north. We find places like this. It's great places for selfies and things. But I need to get a little bit more growth in here. I want to put more reeds down. I was actually thinking about making the reeds come out more in the water, which is what they do naturally. But then I got sidetracked again. So I had to leave that project. But I did have so much fun with this little beach area. And again, incomplete. Not quite done. I put down the chirper balloon. I have never done that before. I don't know. I always thought it looked kind of silly. But all it does, hello, sweetie. There you are. I think he just goes like, he goes out here and then comes back around. It's nothing too big. But I thought that was cute. Oh, I wish you faced the other way. Well, you are facing the people instead of the water. Isn't he cute? I've never done that before, so I thought I would give it a shot. So I kind of dialed up the parking. I do not want to distract these guys from their view, even though it's not much to look at. So it's nothing high, nothing tall, and nothing unbelievable that would not go here. And then I added this path going in either direction. What I need to do is get them back up here to connect with all of these guys. I haven't gotten that far yet. But just benches, garbage cans, trees, pavilions, and little itty bitty, like tall grasses, things like that for growth. And yes, pines will grow in the sand. I know pines will. I'm not sure about any of these other trees. But you know, I really don't mind. Oh, I turned on the day-night cycle. So in spots, you get your food here because you come up from here. You get your food. And yes, there's plenty of place for the kitties. And then you can just walk along the beach. I would not say that this bay would be a place that you would want to swim. I think you would want to do your swimming more out here because this, I don't know. Well, it isn't that you couldn't. It's that you would probably prefer the ocean side as opposed to the bay. But this is not polluted, so I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to. So here's our city at night. Well, maybe I can show you this much. I added a bridge to our roundabout. This is at the end of our city here. But then I bought the 25 tiles so we can go, practically about this far, I believe. So I gave them a way to get in and out. And the minute I did this with the in, I put just a little ramp, coming this way. Everybody off this expressway got on here, came down here, took this road, and just clogged it up. So it was backed up from here all the way to the ring road. And I have a major bus hub right here with Metro. It's here or here. I can't remember which one. No, it's right here because there's the Metro. And the buses were backed up here and here, just trying to get in. So I gave this bus only, and other than emergency, nobody can use this. And that cleared up right away. There were over 3,000 people standing here. And there are over 6,000 people in this one sub. But this is the one that cuts across. What I did was just made it kind of curve around and go like this. And then it hooks in there. And that's all it does. It goes from here to here and back again. Moving on. I got my little beachy going and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do a lot more here. I really want to work with this. Make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, so we took care of the bridge, traffic, everything seems fine. These two guys are still here. I can't decide what to do with them. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I'm disappointed with this though. It's just not getting any higher, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess it's okay. Not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it at all. Now, here is our original industry, which we've discussed a million times. I learned something, and I think I'm going to share it with you. I added this. We'll go over there in a second. And they immediately started complaining about sewage backup. And so, you click on water and you look up there and sewage is way off the scale. So is water. And I'm like, well, there's plenty of sewage. I had these two here, right? And all of the water pipes were hooked up everywhere. They had water. What I learned, I ended up putting this down and it didn't make a difference. It still said, no sewage, yuck, go. And they were abandoning, right? So I went into the water again and it was so silly. Absolutely silly. These two were hooked up to all the pipes, but there was one water pipe. I think it stopped here or something. So all I had to do was drag this over to one of the water pipes, not these, just the water pipe. All I had to do was connect it and everything would have been fine. I didn't even need to add this. So that was something I learned. Oh well. I feel smarter. Maybe somebody out there does too. So let's go over here first. I know this looks horrible. This is my first time working with these I love the word quay. I know it's not quay, but that's how it's spelled. And I love that word, but it's a key. The first time ever using key walls, and man, this took forever. Digging this out and trying to widen it. I know. But I just had to walk away because this was just taking up far too much of my time. So yes, I know. I'll fix it. I don't know that I did a horrific job. This was fun, but my goodness, when you go into the M, move it, you hit M and you find the node and you go to move it, the whole world just jumps up and down. So you got to be really careful when you're moving these. I got it as close to the bridge as I could. That's the best you're going to get out of me. And this one looks a little bit better. Not going to worry about it. It is my first time. I can't expect perfection. So I added all this. I said I was going to rework it, remember? I took it all out and I reworked everything. I gave them a main road all the way through going back. Now, I haven't hooked this up yet because my goodness, I am still debating whether I should use this. There's ore like here. You can see it almost kind of grayish. It's very faint ore. And I just don't know. So I stopped. Oh, I gave us a waterfall. A little tiny waterfall here. Kind of cool. And it works. So I had to gouge all this out just to get this to work the way I wanted. I wanted to come across this way. I am not going to mess with this. I know that there's a little valley in here with lots of farming on it. I don't know. I don't know that I want to come back this far. I don't know. So I added this. Not the greatest. I know it's not the greatest. But I had fun doing it. It just took way too long. So we have light blue commercial and offices here. And then the rest of it is light green and dark green residential. I gave them places to play. They were very happy with this. I do believe they have a school in here somewhere. Yep, right here. Here's their little elementary school. More places to play. I didn't want to give them too much, and as you can tell, some of it just isn't coming in. This is another one of those issues where at least I'm getting 2 demands out of 3. Industry, the orange bar is straight up to the top. Commercial is about halfway mark, and green is, you can't even see it. Green is non-existent. The not getting specialized products or something, whatever that specific industry complaint was, it's come back. It went away and now it's back. So these guys keep folding and I ignore it. At this point, I don't understand it. This is not marked as oil or ore or farming or forestry. It's just industry. And yet they're telling me they need specialty goods to survive. I've never seen that before. I don't understand it. I'm honestly thinking of maybe going into warehouses and plunking down 2 of them and marking one ore and the other oil just to see if that takes care of it. But I don't even have oil and ore industry. Maybe one farming and one forestry? I gouged this out just to make it work a little bit better. I went all the way up here this time, as far as I could go, which I believe is about here. And I made the water come down a little bit nicer so that it flows instead of stopping and going. I don't care for this too much, but the texture to me isn't all that horrible, and it's not this high up in the air. It seems kind of reasonable. But I do have to give these guys a barrier. So I made this. I came over here and I gave well, actually I added this. This is new industry because, again, even with all of this added and then all of this here, I did change all of this back from offices to yellow. It's still not enough. They keep telling me that they need more industry. They need more industry. And I'm like, shut up. So I added this and I gave them a way to get over here, to get back out, so they can get in and out of here. They can go over to here. And then I put another one over under this highway to make this. Now, yes, I flattened it out and I'm not sad. I'm not ashamed. I flattened it out. I do not like working with bumpy terrain. And this is supposed to be more help for these guys because you add industry that they're demanding. The first thing they say is we don't have enough workers. And then when they get the workers, they say we're not receiving specialty goods. I don't get it. So I figured I would add more people to take care of these guys, and I don't know, it works and then it doesn't. But I have 0 demand for green. So all of this is marked as green. These are high rises, and on the main road I have the commercial. So I just have it coming through here. It's going to end up eventually, I believe. I mean, we can go in either direction. Doesn't really matter. We can come over here. We can go over there. There's a nice little lake here, pond. It's got some stuff on it. But we can do things out this way. I'm not sure there's anything here other than, well, you've got your bit of farming. I believe there might be some ore here, or it's down here somewhere. I can't quite remember, but I don't even know that we can go out this far. I don't think so. And this railroad loops around on itself, and that's another one that goes right out. Oh, okay, well, yeah. All right, so it's just another option. Whoever built this map did a really good job, let me tell you. I'm really impressed with this map. And then that brings us right back over here, where I never ended up being able to work. I never got this far. All I could do is the road layout. So that's a lot of work. Lots and lots of work. Spent about 6 hours here yesterday, probably more. And after laying out the roads and getting down what I could, constantly messing with industry, you know, it's like the unrequited love thing, right? The more these guys ask for, the more you do for them, the less they give back. That's the situation I'm having at the moment with my industry. So I think I'm going to give up on it. This is as good as it gets as far as industry goes. And you guys can sink or swim. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. The problem is, unless my green bar reappears again, none of this is going to grow. So you're at that stagnant point. What do I do? How am I supposed to get... Oh dear, I always have to hit the wrong key, don't I? How am I supposed to help the city grow if I can't get it to grow? And that's a very frustrating... I don't know. I always assume that if you add more commercial and more industry, then you're going to need more people, right? But I'm so over industry. You have broken my heart for the last time. I'm walking away from you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore because you're mean. And I don't need mean people in my life. I can only hope that adding touristy things like the monuments and a lot of commercial. Commercial asks for people to work there too, you know. Here's the thing. I've got this little bit of ore here and there's some oil here. But my goodness, with that... Look, you pay good money to live in a high rise, right? So let's say you live here and you're very pleased and you like the view, and then the next thing you know, there's an oil rig here. And I think those buildings are kind of tall. So I'm a little reluctant. I'm just going to have to... Oh, my lighthouse, my goodness. This was where I left off. I gave my businesses as much parking as I could. I tried. At the start, I was really fixated on keeping the terrain straight. And then as you can tell here, things go a little off the rails. We get a little high here, but I'm not going to worry about it. So I came down here. I'm pretty sure this is an asset. The lighthouse. I didn't check to see if it lights up, but I'm pretty sure it does. So I figured I'd make this a place for people to come. So this is just a dirt road hooked up here, but there are paths that you can get to, and people are using it. And again, I went in with the cutesy stuff. So you got places to sit and eat and park and play. And look, lots of chairs around the edge here. I didn't go too cuckoo with the plants and stuff because I want the lighthouse to be the... And then you can walk down here, but again, maybe I would need some fencing or trees. Keep people from being goofy and falling off. Although I don't know that they'd kill themselves. You tumble down this hill, you're only going to hit the beach. You're not going to plunge into 80 feet of water and die. I am leaving these. This is the way it was. I did not mess with this terrain. Well, yes, I did. I'm telling a fib. I found the lowest spot here and I cleared it out in this direction. I left this alone. So it kind of was bumpy like this. And I like it. I hope you guys do too. I'm not unhappy with it. But yes, people are coming here and they're looking at it. And I think that's neat. They're not sitting on the benches or eating anything, but that's kind of sad. So I made it out to the beach, but I just think it would be neat to have an offshore oil rig. I've never done that before, but I don't think this is a good place for it. You guys would be very bummed to see that, wouldn't you? Yeah, I couldn't do that to you. So I guess my goal at this point, well, let me hop out of here. I'm so sorry. We have increased in our population, believe it or not. But that's, I think, a lot of, oh dear, another one? Leveling up. Buildings are leveling up. It's not that I'm allowed to expand, it's that these guys are leveling up who have moved in here. All of these guys are where they should be. Now this, I'm pretty sure some of these still have not leveled up. Yeah. So these office buildings, some of them have and some of them haven't. Yeah, see, so they're not all. But that's where a majority of this came from. But see, I have a demand for industry and a half a demand for commercial and no demand at all. I put it in. If I click on this, you can see I have the strips ready to go. And I believe I did that here as well, my new neighborhood. Yeah. And nobody's moving yet. So I don't know what to tell anybody. I don't know how to remedy that. Now let's see. Is anybody saying that they're not getting any? Yeah, watch. No raw materials. I don't know what that means. I wish I knew what that meant, but I don't. And this is a combination too of commercial and industry. But I like what I did. I just have a lot of thinking to do. But we are expanding. I'm not unhappy with the way things are turning out. I hope you guys like my vision and ideas here. I keep moving my rocks as well. They were here. Now, as far as this goes, I did kind of mess around with rocks and landscaping. I always get landscaping and terraforming mixed up. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's probably... Oh, well, I suppose before we go, I could show you what I was trying to explain to you at nighttime. So our road ended here. And then after I bought the 25 tiles, I added this. It's just a 3-lane, 2-way. And I'm not sure where we're going to go with this yet. But I headed it out that way. There's no reason we can't come over this way. But there's not too much. I mean, the lines doesn't show. Oh, wow, we're way up. Oh my goodness. Well, so we can go all the way to here. Here I am thinking the line ends like right about there. Then maybe I should think about ore and oil here. I don't know that there's too much though. Yes, there is. There's oil, but where's the ore? Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse than this one here. Where are we? Where's my... Okay. Oh, there's some here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, well, maybe I should. Okay, look, maybe I should just flatten this area here and then put those diggers in. And then I can take my storage, the warehouse, just plunk a few down here, get rid of some buildings, and mark 1 ore and 1 oil. Maybe put a silo here with some grain, and hopefully that will shut these guys up. There's oil back here too. Huh. So ore here and oil here. Because I didn't want to touch this. I really like the texture of this, and I don't want to mess with it. I like the way the water's coming in. We've got a water source here as well. That ended up making our waterfall. I don't know if I can show it to you. Where's our waterfall? Is that our waterfall? No, here's our waterfall. It's not the greatest. Yeah, see? Don't have enough workers. Don't have enough raw materials. From day one. And I'm telling you right now, this is not marked as anything other than, well, I haven't even marked this yet because it's new. Yeah, it's just a district. Yeah, you're hooked up to the industry. I brought it over here. Gotta change it and everything, but it's industry. It is not, where's the word? I'm just letting you know it's not marked as ore. It's not marked as oil. It's not marked as anything. That's 2 Victoria Squares we have. Yeah, it's just industry. Free public and small business. Okay, we're not going to get into that. Yes. That airplane sounds horrible. Okay, that is as far as I got. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm on the right track, or do you think I'm screwing up so bad that there's no turning back? There's no hope of redemption here. I don't mind this. I hope you guys don't mind it either. And I really had fun with this. I just want to add so many more of these reeds along these areas here, especially here where the tourists would come and the residents walking around. Another one? You guys are filling out. Oh, you're done. Good. More reeds and stuff. But I really like my path. I know it's not the greatest. I tried to bring it down as best I could. I don't know that that's too steep. Is that too steep? And I forgot to lower this. I did kind of lower it, but maybe I need to lower it more. I don't think that's too steep. This might be. But this brings us all the way over to our new neighborhood. And this is where I should be working next, but until this grows, not too much I can do about it. And then that, okay, with the wrong key, and then that would take us over to our rail line. Oh, passenger rail, I don't know. So I've got to figure out a way to kick this in, and I'm hoping if I go here and say ore, and where was the oil? Over here somewhere. Ore and oil, that would do the trick. Or is it over here? Nope, it's over here. This is our ore, and the oil's back here somewhere. And then hopefully that will say we need people. And then I can fill our new area out here. And then this way would continue to be fancy schmancy. So I do have a university right here. Holds 45. I could maybe add another one. I don't know. But I think I'm going to stick with my idea of just keep putting unique buildings down and hope that that's okay. But I have to get this to no demand. So I'm in a weird spot. I really don't know how to fix it. Lots of death. Where? Okay, well, how is traffic? 77%. Well, where are you getting bogged down that you can't? Oh dear. Right, but the main artery is fine. So you should be able to come in here. Because I know, okay, I'm not going to do this with you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, I'll figure those out later. So that's where I'm at. If you have any suggestions to get the residential to grow, I would really appreciate that in the comments. That would be great. I know you guys have a police station, so hush up. So I guess I could leave you with my little guy in the sky here. Thank you so much for watching this. I do hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have an absolutely fabulous day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.